Hello everyone. I am Alice of KHR Arts and Cloud Orchid Publishing, and today we are going to talk about our sister fashion magazine, L'Art d'Obscurité. So this is French for obscure art. And the purpose of this magazine that Bryan and I created together was to kind of take the more artsy things that weren't really fit for the traditional fashion world and put it into its own place. And this was kind of when we were straddling between doing Cloud Orchid magazine and growing more into doing more art stuff through Cloud Orchid Publishing. So, L'Art d'Obscurité ended up being only 3 issues long, and a big part of that was because we rapidly moved away from the fashion industry and more toward doing art and experimental projects, and also focusing more on my career as an author. And I feel like this transitional project that we did just really showcases where we were in our mindset. And as you go through each of the 3, you can see us moving further and further away from traditional fashion and more toward experimentation and art. So I just think that's such a cool thing that we have a physical transition project in our wheelhouse that kind of shows, how we got from point A to point B. We were still publishing Cloud Orchid magazine while we were publishing L'Art d'Obscurité, and we originally meant this to be a sister magazine that we were going to do side by side. However, there were a lot of factors at play that made us switch directions on this. The 2 biggest ones being, one, in 2013, I went through my divorce and moved back in with my parents, and I was just really struggling with a lot of personal life stuff. Bryan decided to go out to Afghanistan and work on a military base as an air traffic controller. Bryan worked as an air traffic controller in O'Hare Airport for basically his whole life, and he retired, and I guess felt that he needed more adventure in his retirement, and that's how he chose to seek that adventure. So with me dealing with a whole lot of personal problems and in this big upheaval in my personal life, and Bryan literally being a world away overseas in a very dangerous remote place where communication for us was very difficult, it made moving forward with the sister magazine and also moving forward with Cloud Orchid magazine really tough. And so this began in 2013 and went into 2014. And then Bryan was transferred over to Dubai in the Middle East to work at a commercial airport as an air traffic controller. And thankfully that was far more safe. It also paid way better. And that's where he was able to meet and fall in love with Maria, whom we love so much today. And so he was still far away, and we couldn't go on all these epic adventures, and I had already been so cut off from the fashion industry because of all the stuff in my life, and neither of us just had the wherewithal or ability to do this stuff anymore. And so we largely depended on submissions from outside sources, so, other fashion and art groups, to build the content for us. And then we put the magazines together, and we used a lot of our already existing content in order to flesh out these particular publications. This was a really difficult part of my life because there was just so much upheaval. My best friend suddenly went away overseas, and, I myself felt like a ship adrift at sea. And through all of this, that also shaped my writing a lot. Just all of that emotional baggage that I was dealing with and all of that unknown in my life that I was dealing with. And Bryan also had the opportunity to do his own photo projects with these incredible locations that are just very much a once-in-a-lifetime thing. And in fact, my poetry collections, Synesthesia Depression and Synesthesia Experimental, the photography for those were actually photos that he took while he was on the Afghanistan base. So just the uniqueness that this time period brought to our projects is absolutely incredible. I am very grateful that we are past that particular period of both of our lives, and we are artistically past this particular part of our journey as professionals. But I feel that it was a very important transitional step that we took in order to become what we are today. And I feel like it just really shows that there are so many more exciting things for us ahead, and I can't wait to see where we're going next. So I want to thank y'all so much for watching this video. If you liked it, please be sure to give it a like. And if you're new, subscribe. All right, y'all. Thank you so much for watching. Take care. Bye-bye.